Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up to United Nations Command Checkpoint Bravo. This regulates all the traffic going in and out of the demilitarized zone and also here at Camp Boniface.
Welcome to the Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ. CBN News got a tour of the world's most fortified border.
We'll just wait up here at the top of the stairs, sir.
3 miles wide and 150 miles long, the DMZ is dotted with mines, concrete walls, electric fences, bunkers, and heavy military equipment. And due to the sensitive nature of the area, our every move is closely monitored.
We do take it very seriously to keep people close together, single file lines, and they do not stray off.
Because a mistake happens and it could mean life or death.
Yes, sir.
2 million troops have been deployed from both sides.
The DMZ is a very vigorous place to serve. It's a very austere place to serve.
North Korea keeps about 1.2 million soldiers, the majority of whom are deployed close to the DMZ. The South has some 690,000 South Koreans, backed by 30,000 U.S. troops.
When I just first started working here, I couldn't believe a place like this really existed.
Here in 1953, Chinese, North Korean, and United Nations representatives signed an armistice that stopped the Korean War. An armistice is not a peace treaty, so technically the two Koreas are still in a state of war. The last war in Korea killed nearly 2 million people, including 37,000 Americans. The only thing stopping another war from breaking out is the thin DMZ line that has held for more than half a century. That thin line here in Panmunjom is this concrete slab that literally divides the North and South. On that side is North Korea. I'm actually standing on the South Korean side, and we have 2 South Korean soldiers who are basically here protecting me and those that I am with. Panmunjom is the only place on the DMZ where representatives from all sides can meet and resolve military and political issues. And nowhere else on the DMZ will you find South Korean, North Korean, and U.S. soldiers come as close as they do here. One step in the wrong direction could be disastrous. And that's what many here worry about: a defector rushing the border, or a South Korean soldier accidentally stepping into North Korea.
Once again, we are being observed by the North Koreans, so please no pointing, waving, or gesturing at this time.
Watching our every move from a few yards away is a group of North Korean soldiers. You have a North Korean soldier who is as intrigued and curious as to what we're doing on this side, but I'm also curious. You can see a gentleman, I think I can see him, he's got his binoculars looking through the window. They've got cameras up on top of their building. For our protection, South Korean soldiers are posted directly behind us in a rather unusual posture. You look at this gentleman who's standing right behind you. He's got half his body pretty much covered by the building. What is the purpose of that?
He's not exposing himself fully to the enemy. So if there was an incident to occur, he's got some cover.
In fact, the soldiers at Panmunjom are chosen for their intimidating appearance. Our next stop, one of the conference rooms, which straddles North and South. The table in the center of the room functions as an important piece of furniture.
So those of you on this side right now are in North Korea. Those of us on this side are in South Korea.
And on one side of the room, a door that's guarded by a South Korean soldier.
Please do not walk behind him, for that door leads to North Korea. If you try to go behind him, he will stop you from going behind him.
According to the history books, this room has witnessed some dramatic moments on the DMZ.
Back in March of 2001, when President Bush met with former President Kim Dae-jung, the JDO witnessed from that camera there inside the translator booth 2 North Korean soldiers in this building at the time. Ironically, when President Bush and former President Kim Dae-jung were shaking hands, the North Korean soldiers pulled down the American flag and proceeded to polish their boots with it, and they took down the South Korean flag and blew their nose with it.
Today, one of the world's major flashpoints is also a major tourist destination, attracting hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. The nuclear tensions haven't stopped people from making the 33-mile journey to the north from Seoul. But visitors to the DMZ are warned that this here is no Disney World.
Now, it's peaceful because of the professionalism of the soldiers here and their training. that keeps the peace. And that is our job, to keep things at the armistice conditions.
But there is a risk involved.
Absolutely, every day.
George Thomas, CBN News, Panmunjom, South Korea.